Many people believe that when they start bumping up against those obstacles, that they should pull back on their desire. But we want you to understand that you cannot pull back on your desire. You can't slow that down. You can't become less than life has caused you to become. So the work must be releasing the resistance. So it's a wonderful thing when you bump up against something that feels uncomfortable, because it's this opportunity to now feel the discomfort of it and work it into a place of greater comfort. That's how you get rid of those obstacles. That's how you let yourself flow in the way that you want to, you see. We suggest relaxing when you bump up against an obstacle and reaching for a feeling of relief. And reaching for a feeling of relief is not exactly pushing through the obstacle. It's causing the obstacle to morph. It causes the obstacle to reduce. The source energy within you, the being that you truly are, this expanding, evolving being, adores you. And when you find fault with yourself, you create resistance. The source within you, who you really are, loves others. When you find something within them that causes you to hate them or to not love them, you create resistance. So when you are looking for reasons to appreciate or looking for reasons to love, you're actually coming into alignment with who you really are. And you will never be joyful in any moment. You will never feel good in any moment. You will never fulfill your reason for being in any moment. You will never be who you really are unless you are in that state of love. Loving is who you are, you see. Sometimes, especially when you are little, someone who appreciates you holds you as their object of attention. And when they do, it feels so good because they're tapped into source energy, they're holding you as their object of attention, and they're flooding that wonderful feeling all over you. So then you say, oh, this feels so good. And then you say, I would like you to hold me as your object of attention a lot. And I will do whatever it takes so that you will feel this way about me. But of course, as that little person, you didn't realize that, first of all, they cannot hold you as their constant object of attention, and it's asking a lot to ask them to always be connected to Source when they do it. They might be having a bad moment, and when they hold you as their object of attention when they're having a bad moment, you don't feel their love flooding all over you because they're not connected to it and they're not flooding it all over you. So over this process of looking to other people to find out how you feel about yourself, many times you come around to not feeling very good about yourself because you've been looking for love in all the wrong places. You've been looking to them to love you when sometimes they don't have it to give. They want to love you, but they're having a hard day. You can't jump from the vibration of not liking yourself to the vibration of loving yourself all at once, any more than you can set your radio dial on 6:30 a.m. and hear what's being broadcast from 98.7 FM. The frequencies don't match up. So we would say that the best way to come from loathing oneself, we're going to take an extreme, to loving oneself, is to find relief from the loathing, because loving is too big of a jump. So we would begin looking for things that aren't so bad about ourselves. I don't loathe this about myself. I don't loathe that. I don't actually hate that about me. I do pretty good about that. In other words, we would reach for the best feeling that we could find until we found a feeling of, I'm hoping one day to really like myself. I'm hoping one day to know myself as others seem to say that I am. I'm hoping one day to come into vibrational alignment with who I really am. Once you reach the place of hoping to like yourself, it's pretty easy to get over there by looking for things to appreciate. So we've noticed that most people who have practiced not liking themselves very much for a long time can find an easier way of loving themselves as they just begin practicing loving and appreciating things that are easy for them to love and appreciate. And once they get in the habit of doing that, then it's easier to turn that lens on themselves.